I want to conclude by saying this. Almost everyone in this room is aware of the link between Bitcoin and democracy and freedom. And that's why almost everybody that I meet who is involved in Bitcoin is passionate about it. They're not passionate because it's an interesting currency. They're passionate because of the deep representation of a deep need that we have for liberty and democracy, and the promise that this innovation has to guarantee those virtues. We are now living in this age of turnkey totalitarianism, where this emerging technology which can empower totalitarian regimes. And our job is to try to build and fortify democratic institutions at the same rate as that totalitarian instruments are being expanded in their power. Things like AI, which really are going to threaten democracy at its base. We need to not be chipping away at our democratic institutions. We need to be fortifying the ones that exist and building new ones. And the biggest, most important one on the horizon is Bitcoin, because it can't be manipulated. All of you, I know, are here, again, not because you love a currency, but because you love our country, you love democracy, you love freedom. And in that sense, your support of Bitcoin puts you in the same category as the framers of the Constitution that gave us that Bill of Rights, that created these democratic institutions. And you are the current manifestation of that impulse. So thank you all very much for everything that you do. And thank you for being part of this movement. Bye.
Welcome back to Bitcoin 2023 on the Bitcoin Magazine Live stage, brought to you by Marathon. We just heard one of the most amazing talks I've ever heard about Bitcoin at an event in my entire life, and I've been doing this for many years. And before I go to our panelists who are returning, I just got to thank Justin Trudeau one more time. He called me and my friends a terrorist a little over a year ago. And it really hurt me. And when I heard that, it made it all worth it, because that was the orange pill for what we just heard. And had Justin Trudeau not been the greatest Bitcoin evangelist the world has ever seen, we wouldn't be here right now listening to this. And one day, if it does happen, what we saw there, and he promises to bring in your right to hold Bitcoin, self-custody, run a node, Justin Trudeau is going to go down in history as probably the biggest idiot that ever ran a country. But the good news is he lives in Canada and he can apply for MAID. So he won't really have to live with it for too much. But I want to turn to our panelists because I'm a little bit speechless here.